Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Nelly and I'm glad that you are here. I know I look a little crazy right now, but that's because I had to restart the video because I was becoming overwhelmed, but I didn't want to start all over, so this is where I left off. Just so you know, I am going for a mermaid look since it's Pisces season and my birthday is tomorrow, March 2nd. Actually, today. Oh, my birthday is today because it's going to be uploaded Tuesday. Today. Hello. Hi. Okay, so recently I was uploading conversations about my past relationship, which started cloud nine, perfect, and then it ended up in a domestic violence situation. If you want to know more about that story, the links are down below. Just heads up, just like in this conversation, it is going to be a bit triggering. So if you need to pause and come back to it, totally get it. I respect it. It's becoming overwhelming. It is overwhelming. Hence the makeup here and why I'm sitting here with my eye are looking like this, right? So if you are someone that has gone through an abusive or is going through an abusive relationship and you don't know what community to turn to or you don't know where to go to, I am here and this is for you. If you are someone that knows someone who is going through a situation similar to mine and you don't really understand why they can't walk away, then I'd keep on watching, because then maybe through my story, through my experience, you'd understand. And again, understanding someone is one of the biggest compliments that we could ever give. In today's conversation, I am going to be talking about, well, I'm going to try and make it into like three or four segments like I did in the past videos. But these stories just kind of, or events just kind of mesh all together. So the first situation that I am going to be talking about took place during the relationship before the whole forest situation. And then the other events that follow are going to be after I left the relationship, or after there was no more going back and forth, no more bickering. So let's get started. This first nightmare that I had, and I'm gonna call it a nightmare because I felt scared and I was terrified and I was so confused and I couldn't control this dream. A quick little side note, I am a lucid dreamer, which means that I am very aware that I'm dreaming. I have very vivid and clear dreams. I'm able to control the whole dream realm per se. It's so Pisces of me. But I am. Oh, by the way, I know it's a red sweater and it's not the Bull Chicago one. It's a Selena one. I just have a lot of red because it's good color on my skin. Anyway, where's I at? Oh yeah, so I'm able to control a lot of situations in my dream. Like if I don't like something, I can switch it up or wake myself up. That's what a lucid dreamer is, at least I think. I don't know. Let me know if you're a lucid dreamer or what it really is. But in this situation, I was having a dream where se me subió el muerto, meaning I don't know what it's called in English, but it's basically when you're dreaming and you're aware that you're dreaming and you're partly sleeping, partly awake, and you can't move. And the more that you try to move, the heavier you become. So this is the kind of dream or nightmare that I was having this night. I was in my mom's house. I was still living in my mom's house, and I was on my bed sleeping on my stomach. And right away I started realizing like, oh, well, I'm starting to have this se me subió el muerto dream. So I, again, because I used to have them a lot when I was younger, I kind of trained my mind to wake myself up. I'm able to wake out of those dreams even now. But this particular time, I wasn't able to wake up. And the more that I would try to wake myself up, this creature in the corner of my room was becoming clearer and clearer. And then before I knew it, it was Riley. And the reason why I'm calling it a creature is because the more that I would try to wake up and the more that I was realizing that it was Riley, not in real life, but in the dream, it started becoming like very glitchy, very like robotic movements towards me. Its head was like going like right to the left, to the middle. It was just really weird. And then it started making noises. So I got freaked out, super scared. And then I couldn't wake myself up and I didn't know why. And I'm just like, Nelly, what the heck is going on? why can't you wake yourself up? So I started freaking out even more. Then I remembered that my brothers were in the living room with my friend, and my door was open and there was a Swiffer there. So I told myself, okay, Nelly, we'll go and drop the Swiffer. It'll make noise, and then they will come to your rescue. You know, they'll wake you up or something. So then I started more, I want to say, not really moving or crawling towards the Swiffer, but more like gliding on top of my bed. It's weird, but I promise you, I was not like I wasn't touching my bed, but I was gliding myself towards the Swiffer that was by my door. Again, my room is really, really small. Literally, the length of my room was the size of a twin size bed. So, I mean, the wall and the door, it was where like my pillow was literally at. So I was just able to just reach out, and the Swiffer fell on the floor. And that's when I woke myself up. My brothers didn't come because obviously it was just in a dream, but I was able to wake myself up. And the reason why I'm putting this little story in is because I think that was a big part of the whole forest situation, or just like in my whole life. My gut instincts were popping in. Subconsciously, I was aware that this relationship was not going anywhere healthy. It was not okay for me to be in it, but I was still being stubborn. You know, I wanted to be in this relationship. I don't know, maybe it was wishful thinking or just hoping that things would get better or that we'd find a way to solve everything. So this was my gut instinct telling me, Nelly, things are about to go down. The forest situation happened. That was the one story I wanted to tell you guys. That was when I was in the relationship. And now for the following situations, it's like kind of a mesh up, but I guess I'm going to talk about when he would try to reach out to me and then would just show up without an invitation. So here we go. I need a glitter. I need a pop-up glitter because we can never go wrong with glitter. Let's see. So this was already, I moved on. There's no more seeing each other, no more going back and forth. This is, you know, literally just me. I have moved on. And at that time that I had moved on already, I remember this particular time. This is the first time that it happened. I was getting dropped off by my boyfriend. Let's make up a name for my boyfriend too, because I don't know if he wants his name up here, but his name is going to be, I don't know, David. So David was dropping me off, and I see Riley's car just driving past my house, and it was nighttime, and he was alone. And then, isn't that a song? Anyway, so I see his car, and he sees me, and he speeds up just a little bit, and he tries to play it cool, like nothing, like, okay, I did not just see Nelly, and Nelly did not just see me. And then I get a call from David, and he goes, I think your ex just drove past your house. And I said, yeah, no, it was him. And you know, David offered to come back around, and I said no right away because I know what Riley is capable of, you know, and I was scared, and I didn't want any drama, and I didn't want David to not want to be around me because of this certain drama, and I just didn't want to lose an opportunity with David. So I said, no, it's okay. I'm going back in, and I'm good. So then before I go in, I'm freaking out, and then I see him go back around one more time. My heart drops to my butt. Literally. Okay, not literally, but you know the feeling. I'm like, holy crap, I need to go back inside. I don't know what's about to happen. Like, I don't know. You know, maybe nothing is going to happen, but I was scared because I know what Riley is capable of, you know? I'm not going to kid myself or anyone. Like, I know what this guy is capable of. And it was a very recent from the forest situation, you know? So that was one time that he was just around, right? And I guess I kind of almost don't want to admit it, but it was like kind of stalking, right? And then the second time that happened was I was coming out of work, and he knew where I was working at because, you know, when we dated, he would drop me off, and he knew where I worked at that time. I was using my mom's SUV, and I vividly remember going back home, and I said to myself, well, today I don't really feel like taking the long way home, so let's make this quick left, go home. I didn't want to go down the big street. It was rush hour, and you know, at the end of the day, you just want to go home, relax, unwind, you know, let all your brain farts out. Well, that was me. That's how I felt. So I make that left, and I'm driving, and from the corner of my eye, I see someone with a head on just looking forward, but I recognize the car. And I was just going to keep driving. I promise you, I was just going to keep driving, and I wasn't going to say anything, but I was like, you know what, Nelly? No. If you keep driving and you don't tell him something, he is going to keep doing it. And then, so I reversed. Well, I put the car in park, reversed, rolled down the window, and I looked at him, and I said, what are you doing here? And he says, well, this is the only way that I get to see you. So when he said that, and literally I feel like in a second, all these questions popped up. I started asking myself, how long has he been doing this? Where else has he followed me to? Oh my gosh. Like, he's gonna end up hurting me or David. Like, what's gonna happen? I'm scared. What the heck? Like, why would he do that? Like, that's not okay. And then, you know, that literally felt like it was like a million questions running through my head in that one split second. And then I finally got words to come out of my mouth, and I said, well, this is not okay. This is creepy, and don't do this anymore. And I rolled up the window and drove off. And I went back home, and I told my mom, and I was super scared. And then I also told David about that situation, because I literally was so scared that David would not want to talk to me, because I mean, like, that's a lot of baggage, you know, that's a lot of baggage that I'm coming with, you know. And I don't know, I guess I just wanted to I also wanted David to be aware, like, hey, this is the kind of situation that I'm kind of dealing with, and I totally get it if you don't want to be around for that drama. And I would tell him, and I remember telling David too, like, I like you, but if I know that you don't want to put up with this, or I'm just scared that he might hurt you, I totally get it. And he looked at me and he said, no, I'm not going to walk away from you or run away from the situation, which made me feel so much better and so much confident about wanting to be with him. Let's move forward to him contacting me through the like weird phone numbers and social media. Was at the same time that he would like randomly just drive past my house, or when I saw him. That was the only time I saw him at work. I don't know how many times he did it. I hope that was it in the last time. But he was also texting me from weird numbers that I know weren't real, but I think it was pretty obvious as to who it was. But in the beginning, actually, it all started like this. It all started off after a Congress, and that was the first Congress that I was not with Riley. So then after that Congress, I remember maybe a couple of days after the Congress happened, I got a text message or I got a Snapchat. And in the Snapchat, this person, I think he called himself Sebastian or something, then told me that, oh, it was such a great time to meet you. I hope we get to see each other again. Like, you're so much fun and blah, 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 and all this. Like, really making it seem like we got to meet each other. Like, we hung out. And right away, I know that was BS, because at that time I did not share. I was stingy as heck with my social media. Like, I am not gonna add you nor ask for your information unless we know each other. Besides that, don't ask for it, don't even think about it, don't even breathe it into existence, because it's not gonna happen. So he gave me this BS excuse, like, oh yeah, we met, but you probably don't remember. No, that's not. No. And then I had an idea of who it was. I'm like, oh, okay, I know who this is. So then I blocked it on Snapchat. And then from what I remember, that might have been the last Snapchat that I got. And it doesn't end there. It moved on to the phone numbers, if I remember correctly. And again, this is during the time that he was still like popping up and shit, like pulling up on me. I don't know. He was still popping up in places that he shouldn't have been. And I remember the first time that I got the text message, he said again, "Oh, this is Sebastian," the made up name that he had. "Oh, this is Sebastian. You also gave me your number." BS again. Just like how I was stingy with my social media, same concept with my phone number. Don't look at it, don't think about it, don't even breathe it into existence, because you're not having it unless you're my friend or my family. And that is it. He kept on insisting and he kept on saying, "It's me. How do you not remember? Blah, blah, blah." Like, he really believed that I was going to believe that. So then I put 2 plus 2 equals Riley. It was Riley. It was Riley. But then in the beginning, I'm not going to lie to you, right? Because we don't lie on this channel. I am honest. So I'm not going to lie to you. I entertained it in a way, you know. I entertained it in a way that I didn't tell him right away that I knew it was him. I let him think that I didn't know. And that's my notification for my sleep health. It's a reminder that I should be getting ready for bed. But yeah, so I let him think that I didn't know that it was him. So I just kind of would like, kind of laugh. And I know maybe that's not the nicest thing, but I kind of didn't care that I looked like I was being a mean person, because he called, you know, I don't know. I guess it was kind of like a little revenge, just like a little payback. Like, you think I'm an idiot, or you think you called me stupid when I suggested that we should do something to make us better. And now look who's the idiot. And look who's the one that's kind of embarrassing themselves by making up names and phone numbers and making me want to think that we met. Like, what? So I let him, and I liked that feeling. And I know maybe it isn't the most healing feeling or the healing process that I should have taken, but at that time, at that moment, I felt good. And at the end of the day, I'm human, you know. I mean, when I talk about me being honest and being free and being strong, that is something that I tell myself, because that's stuff that I want to be and work on. And it's not an easy day thing. It really isn't. Don't get me wrong. There are days where I'm like, F this, F that, F you, F everyone. Because I am human. I am a human being. It happens, right? So maybe, I don't know, maybe in that thought process, he thought like, well, since she knows that I kind of followed her around for a little bit, maybe if I pretend to be someone that I'm not, then it'll be almost like a fresh start, right? Because what if I didn't know it was him? Like, "Oh yeah, Sebastian, it's you." You know, what was that going to look like? To him, that's like a whole new beginning. He's a new person. You know, he's taking on this different persona. So now talking about it out loud, it makes me realize that for him, that might have been a way to start over. You know, that might have been a way for him to say, "This is my clean slate." Now, was that the healthiest way to do it? No, but again, he's also human. And that was the easiest way for him, maybe, or that was maybe the best thing at the time, and it made sense to him. So he did it. Still creepy though, but he did it. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna do the whole fishnet thing. Okay, so I am back. And I did the whole fishnet thing. Oh my gosh. I wish you could see how cool this look. Oh, there it is. Maybe it's too much light. But it looks really cool in person. It looks really cool. So what I did is I used the white base from NYX. And I got it super cheap from Karen's makeup stand. The link is down below if you guys want to check it out. And then what I did is I used a fishnet. I don't know where it's at. I just took it off. But I don't know where it's at. And then what I did, I just grabbed a big fluffy brush like this, and I just, instead of swirling it around, I just like kind of pressed down on it. And because this is a creamy base, it stood on there, and it looks so cool. I really like it. But okay, let's go back. So yes, that might have been an outlet for him, right? Texting me those ways and making it seem like he was this new person that I met. However, I then got quickly tired of it because then it started getting inappropriate with certain things. I'm not going to go into specifics with that. One day, I called him out of his name, because I know that he was going to respond because he doesn't like being called this specific word. And sure enough, when I called him out of his name, he messaged me and started going off on me saying, he started saying, like, how dare I, and like, why would I talk to him like that, blah, blah, blah. And it just very, like, set back, right? Like, what do you mean, how dare I? Like, come on, dude. Like, what do you mean? How dare I? I don't know. It was just weird. And again, you might be thinking, why no restraining order? Well, because I honestly did think that if he fulfilled his career job training at the time, that he was going to focus his energy on something good, on something better, and I wanted him to be better. I wanted him to do better. You know? I guess in a way, I really did believe that he would show all his goodness and all his, his better side. I'm going to finish this eyeliner because it is hard to do eyeliner and talk at the same time. I can't concentrate. So, now, this is again still during that time. And at the moment, I didn't realize what was happening to me. Like, I didn't realize what I was feeling until now, until like later that I started realizing, like, oh, okay, I have trauma and some type of like PTSD because well, I'll start with this one dream, this nightmare that happened when I was in Costa Rica, a different country. If you haven't been, it's beautiful, you should go. And I was on a girls trip this time, and I arrived to Playa Jaco. I was luckily next to my friend, and my dream, I dreamt that Riley came into our Airbnb. The whole spiel of like when we were dating, like, I don't like you doing this, I don't like you doing that, what are you doing? And he started to baby shake me really, really hard. And you know how I said I was a lucid dreamer and I can always control the situation? Well, the reason why I considered it a nightmare was because I couldn't control what was going on in my dream. It felt so real that even when I was aware or telling myself, like, Nelly, this is just a dream, I would kind of like retract and be like, wait, no, it's not a dream, it's real. Because I'm awake, he walked in and it's real, and he's shaking me. And then I would like fighting myself and telling myself that, okay, this is real. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Try to wake yourself up then. And I couldn't, and I was just getting more freaked out and more freaked out. The deeper the dream went, and he was hurting me even more. And I remember my dream, telling myself, like, Nelly, you know how to wake yourself up. You know how to do this. Wake up. Stop being scared. There's no way that he can be here. There's no way that he can be here. I remember waking up. You lay down, you have a nightmare, and you wake up, and you're just like a big gasp, and you start looking around, and then, instantly, like a feeling of relief came into my whole body. And my friend woke up because I kind of like jumped up, and I told her that I had that dream or that nightmare. And she said the same thing that I was telling myself in the dream. Like, Nelly, it is just a dream. He's not here. You're in a different country. You're okay. You're safe. There's no way that he can be here. Oh my gosh. That was so freaking scary. And it felt so real. So real. My friend had mentioned, like, well, that's like almost like PTSD. And I was like, what? No, there's no way I can have PTSD. Like, there's no way. Okay, I had to do the lashes and lips off. I think I'm gonna put on some darker eyebrows because this looks a little weird. Or maybe it's the lighting, I don't know. So now the second dream happened when we meaning David and I went to New York, and my friend was nice enough to host us in Bronx, New York, which was a great time. It was a fun time. If you haven't been there, you should also go. It's a good time. I dreamed that I had gotten back with Riley, and that in my dream he had already fulfilled the career path that he wanted to. And in the dream, I remember him saying, kind of like, stupid for thinking that you were going to actually leave me and that you weren't going to come back. Like, we all know you were going to come back. And then I remember in my dream, again, I couldn't wake myself up which is again why I considered it a nightmare, because I'm like, what the heck? Like, there's no way I'm back with this guy. Like, there's no way I left David to be back with Riley. That's just not, that doesn't make sense, Nelly. Why would you do that? And then a nightmare because it just felt so real. And I remember also just like almost believing him in my dream, which obviously just kind of shows like me kind of almost not trusting myself, which is a whole different conversation besides this whole trauma and like PTSD situation. That'll be another convo for another time. But I do remember that, and he just kept like taunting me in my dream and saying like, well, now that you're back, like, this is what's gonna happen, and I promise that things will be better. I remember looking around in the dream and saying, but this is not a normal setting. I started asking myself in my dream, what makes this a dream? For starters, I didn't know if he actually finished his profession in real life. So, two, you're in the basement of your high school. That's also not realistic. 3, will never go back to him and prefer him over David. So wake up. So sure enough, I did. I remember seeing above the bed, my friend had a picture, like she had a canvas over the bed that me and David were sleeping on, and then I quickly turned over to my left and I touched David and I'm like, okay, this is real. This is real life. I did not go back to him. Nelly, like, why would you even talk to yourself like that? You know, second guessing yourself, not trusting yourself. And I remember grabbing him and holding him. He was sleeping, so he doesn't remember. And I held him tight and I told myself, like, this is, you're okay. You're fine. Okay, I'm back. And I think I look more like an elf than a mermaid. But that's okay. That just means I need some more mermaid props. Okay, so yeah, so that was pretty much the experiences or the situations that I went through after that whole relationship. I mean, the point of this conversation is just kind of to let you know that if you're just leaving a relationship, or that if you want to leave a relationship, it's not going to be easy. Like a toxic relationship, obviously, right? It's not going to be easy because the person is, I think for the most part, I don't know, I don't want to speak for anyone else's situation, but it's going to be very similar, I feel. You know, the person's not going to let you go so easily. You're going to feel moments of doubts. You might have situations where the person is showing up uninvited, you know, because it's not going to be easy. Very challenging, but not impossible. And I hope that I helped you out with a little bit, because it's real life. I'm also really interested in doing like anonymous stories, because a lot of the times, you know, we're not ready to speak out about it. You know, I've had a message from someone that gone through a similar situation, but is not ready. So that just kind of gave me an idea that if you want an outlet and you're not ready to look at someone in the eyes or in the face and say, hey, this is what I went through, but you're ready for your story to be typed out, right? Because you're going to be typing it, and that's some kind of outlet for you. I am here. I will be the face of your story, and I will share your story, of course, without giving a name. If I can help out that way, if that can be an outlet for you, let me know. It only allows other people to know that, you know, you're not alone, that they're not alone, that we're not alone, you know? For example, my outlet was recording myself, because it's easier to look into a camera and not talk to someone about it, and, you know, looking into someone's face and saying it. And this kind of almost works as a diary entry, only it's a camera, and then I upload it. Just me speaking about it, or when I would write about it in my journal, because I do journal, this lifts a whole weight off my shoulders and off my chest. And if I can be of any service to you, you can message me on my Instagram. Instagram is going to be linked down below. Before I leave, I'm sure there are so many other communities, and down below again I will put links to help you out, or if you are someone that is abusing someone else but you want to give that you know, you want to become this new person, and you're ready to take the first step, the link is also down below for you. This is not a place of judgment. I am not judging you in any way. I'm not judging anyone, because I know how that feels like. And, you know, before I leave, just please remind yourself and the people around you that it's okay to love yourself first and love yourself unapologetically. Always. Always. Well, that is the end of this convo. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Adios. Adios. Yeah, this is definitely like very elfish, but I still like it.